Stop networking with the expectation of reaping an immediate ROI. When you think of networking, you think of building connections, the purpose should be, I'm going to give you an analogy. Think about Doctor Strange in the Marvel Universe and how the countless and thousands and millions of possibilities somehow, some way end up to be connected and you don't know which connection is going to be the one to save the universe. I want you to think about your networking that way. It's a tough time right now for a lot of folks. There's lots of layoffs, lots of transitions, and it becomes really easy to get caught up in the transactional thinking of, okay, well, what is this meeting going to get me? What is this happy hour going to get me? What is this coffee chat going to get me? Will it net in a referral? Will it end up in an interview? And that's not the way that we should be looking at it. I wanted to make this video because there's a lot of noise on LinkedIn. There's a lot of carousels and there's a lot of AI generated posts, and I'm not knocking that, but I wanted this to be my voice. This is my particular point of view, is that we need to get back to understanding and prioritizing the human connection, right? Getting to know folks that are in your environment or folks that are outside of your wheelhouse, folks that aren't necessarily in the same industry that you're in. You never know what relationships can bring to the table if you approach it with the spirit of humility and authenticity. When I think of my career and I think of my life and I think of the folks that I still keep in contact with, the folks that I consider to be friends, the folks that I consider to be really, really good people, it didn't come from forcing a connection. It came from understanding that the same way I built my career is the same way that I'm building my life. You each have a story to tell. Your actions, your values, the things that you do, the experiences that you have, the ups, the downs, the joys, the hurts, the loss. It's all a part of your narrative and your story. People, and when you think of people and you think of the characters in your story, they can be varied. They can be diverse. There's protagonists, there's antagonists, right? There's nothing like a good story that has some twists, some turns, and some maybe a plot hook that you don't quite see coming. So if you're in this season of being in between, or if you're trying to build and you're a founder or you're trying to raise funds, never forget that the purpose of human connection is to give just as well as receive. Not every interaction has to end in an interview or end with some sort of ROI that you can quantify or trace. Get back in the habit of reaching out to folks, checking on folks in your network, and building good friendships. And every relationship, every meeting doesn't have to turn into a groundbreaking friendship. Sometimes there's just no chemistry there, and that is okay too. The spice of life is seeing the big picture and putting forth positive energy out into the universe. So I want to remind you, get back to intentional networking and understand that there doesn't have to be an ROI. Treat each week, treat each day, and treat each person with the same respect. Lock in these conversations. Don't deal with the conference eyes in terms of, okay, what can this person do for me? And let's get back to authentic connection. So what's my call to action? If you find yourself frustrated this week, or you find yourself overstimulated by all the posts on LinkedIn, or overstimulated by the pressure to figure out what's next, or the pressure to, maybe you're having a hard time hiring and you're tired of weeding through all the different applications and you're like, I'm looking for that one unique person. Take a step back and remember that every human connection does not have to have an immediate ROI. Take this week to reach out to someone new, build a new connection, and remember, no expectations. See you on the next one.